Now the next one is for the doves, okay? Because, well, it's kind of spicy and it's really good to use up leftover chapatis. Now, when you have chapatis, like I usually make a lot, when I make chapatis, I make a lot of chapatis because I like to do it at one stretch and then I store it in the fridge. I reheat it in the microwave the next day or whenever I want it. But I found a new method of really making those chapatis fresh and also using eggs. And also, it's another way of, you don't have to make a different curry or a different accompaniment with the chapati. It's all in one dish, and I am going to show you exactly how it is made. So first of all, we'll need some leftover chapatis. Here I've got 2 chapatis which I made yesterday, and I am going to show you a very, very simple method. Now, first of all, what we have to do is we need eggs as usual. Well, I'll just actually break in an egg, 2 eggs, 2 chapatis, 2 eggs. That means 1 egg per chapati. That's how the thing goes. Okay, there, a wee bit of salt, salt according to taste. I never say the actual amount of salt and pepper because that's all according to one's taste. If you go in restaurants, good restaurants, they will give you the meal which is very low in spices and pepper and salt, and then they'll give you the pepper and salt shaker and you're supposed to add accordingly. Now to this we add a bit of pepper. Oops, that was a bit too much. And then just beat it up. Okie dokie. And then we need a little bit, few ingredients, whatever you have at home, okay? So first of all, I'm going to take a shallot and just going to cut it thinly, slices very thinly, okay? You can actually make it very, very small. I'm just going to use 1 shallot, it's more than enough. If you don't want shallots in your chapatis or in the dish, what I'm going to make, it's called egg chapati, by the way. It's my own dish and I made my own name. So here, add a bit of shallots. Then, to add color and a bit of acidity, some tomato, ripe tomato. Now you can actually add a little teeny bit of red cabbage or white cabbage, whatever is available in your house. Okay. Now, if you want green chili for the heat, you can. But here I already added pepper, and also I'm adding coriander. Now, coriander, chili, both are green. And it's going to really, really confuse you. You're going to bite into the chili and then you're going to curse me. So now I'm not going to use the chili. Bit of tomato, not too much, just a bit, okay? Then what we need is a bit of coriander leaves. Now, well, you don't have coriander, mint, whatever leaves you have, but coriander is really, really good for this particular thing. Whoops. Now, what we do is now just mix it all up. And then, now you're going to really, really think what I'm going to do. You're wondering what I'm going to do with these 2. My staff is wondering what to do, and everyone else is wondering. Now, I'm the only one who actually knows what I'm going to do. Let's see. Light the fire, and we need some oil. Okay. Obviously, we need chapatis, and remember the mixture. Just mix it all up well, and then take the chapati. Okay, dip it in this mixture. Now this is a bit tricky, okay, and a bit messy too, but you have to be careful. What you have to do is just dip. Now you have to get a wide plate, okay? So that your chapati, now if you've got a bigger chapati, you will need a wider, much more wider plate. And what we do is carefully lower this into the pan, okay, with some mixture on top, okay. This a little bit of mixture should be on top, it shouldn't be dry. And then carefully, this is a bit messy, just keep it on top and just pour a little bit. I told you it's messy, but it's really worth it. What happens is this chapati springs into action and becomes really nice and soft and tender. In fact, it becomes better than the day we actually made it. And then, got a wee bit of eggs running around here and there. Just let this settle, okay? The bottom part settle. And now comes the hard bit, the flipping over. So let this cook on low heat. Now, like I said, you can actually add green chilies. Red cabbage really is very good in this. Red cabbage, green chili, you can add a little bit of radish, okay, white radish, it's also really good. Any vegetables you really want and like can be added into this. Okay, now it's time to flip it over. Okay. And do the very same thing with the next chapati. So, 1 egg per chapati. Okay, 1 egg per chapati. Let this soak in. When you actually make this, you don't need any separate curry or accompaniment with your chapati. So all you have to make is actually chapatis and do this, you're ready. It's also very nutritious. Now, if you are afraid or if you're very conscious about your health and you don't want your cholesterol level shooting up, you can avoid the yolks. Okay, you can completely avoid the yolks. That's what I usually do, and just add the whites and all the things that I did here. So whites and the tomato, chili, coriander, everything, chop it in and do it. It's really good. Fine, done. Now the next one, need some oil. Carefully, tenderly. Okay, let this be on low heat. Those of you who really want it spicy, you can add a bit of cumin powder. Well, around, for 2 eggs, around 1/4 teaspoon of cumin powder, and also a little bit of turmeric powder. And you don't need turmeric powder, but you do need chili powder if you really want it nice and hot. That would be really great. If you want it really hot. Green chilies are the best, but like I said, you won't know the difference between the green coriander and the green chili, and that is going to make you bite into the green chili and it's going to create fire in your mouth. Now it's time to flip over. Be careful when you flip over, because if you've got a lot of oil, it's going to splash into your face. So you have to be very, very, very careful. Actually, this chapati and the egg, everything is toasting together and the smell is glorious. So there we go. Our next egg chapati is ready. Great. And this is perfect, perfect, perfect breakfast for the adults, children, whoever wants to eat it. I adore this, especially with egg whites. So make use of your eggs, which are good for you. Eat breakfast, be happy and healthy.